Hey everyone, welcome to the iHollywood television show. I am Noah Wilson, and today we are taking you on the set of the highly anticipated revival of Scrubs. This has been a long wait, but we are thrilled to see the return of this hilarious show as the series will enter its 10th season 16 years later. We had the chance to sit down with the cast to discuss why Scrubs continues to be a fan favorite and what it was like to finally return to the set years later. Here is what the cast shared with us here on iHollywood TV.
Scrubs is a comedy that has a lot of heart, and I think that this is a time on Earth when people are looking for community and love and a group of friends that really care about each other. I think the success of Bill's show Ted Lasso really shows that there's a hunger and a desire for comedy that has a lot of heart. And Bill, you know, kind of really set the bar high with the initial run of Scrubs with that tone, and so I think that's why it's a really good time, because it's funny, but it's also dramatic. It also celebrates doctors and nurses who are heroes in our society, and also I think, you know, if you look at the success of The Pit, which is one of my favorite shows, it also, you know, we couldn't help but think, wow, this is so popular, it might be a good time for a comedic version of this to come through.
The podcast helped out quite a bit. You know, a lot of people got to rewatch the show again with Zach and I on our podcast, Fake Doctors, Real Friends, and I think that helped out.
Is everybody recording?
And my question, as Donald very correctly picked up, was, is everybody recording?
Yes. Is everyone recording?
Wait, hold up. Let me mukbang.
We don't want your mukbang.
People don't like it.
Yeah, the people don't like mukbang.
It's called misophonia. They hate it.
It's prime, you know, it's time. Everybody's been asking for it. We're not getting any younger, and so we might as well explore this. And I think 15 to, I think it's something like 18 years. I think that's a good break in between to, you know, to let a lot of things happen, to let a lot of story happen. And now it's time for the audience to catch up.
If you ask me about a personal problem, I'm going to start doing this.
It's really interesting to be JD again, because now I'm a whole lot older, and so I think JD is still a silly guy because I'm kind of a silly guy. Donald and I are best friends in real life, and we're pretty silly fellows. So the question becomes, what is the character of JD like now that he's, you know, I think we're going with late 40s, which I'll take. You know, what is he like as a teacher? You know, he had Dr. Cox as his mentor, and it was clear that even though he was a goofy guy, he was clearly an exceptional doctor. Now it's fun to explore, even though he can still have his sort of zany, silly personality with Turk, what is he like as a teacher? What is he like when he becomes the Dr. Cox and has to educate? And so I think it's really interesting to explore a guy who has his own troubles. He's going through a divorce. He's you know, doesn't have love in his life, and he's looking for community. And then he finds it in he finds sort of a new joy in his life when he discovers teaching. He discovers a new chapter of his life in his passion and love for educating the next generation of doctors.
Hey, Mark.
Take it slow.
Here, Mark.
Okay, now everybody take it slow. I ordered these easy on the teeny, but the sugar in these things can still make you a little crazy.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, just one of these, and then I'm headed home. I got a date with a little gal named Sandra Bullock. Okay, fine, one more. Cheers.
Cheers. The way Turk has changed over the years, he's still a dynamite surgeon. He's still in love with his wife. He has children now, quite a few, and he's learning how to balance home life and work life. That's the difference. Where he used to be able to go and have as much fun as he wanted with his best friend, he now has to, you know, schedule time, and that's very difficult for him. Okay.
so I'm gonna add a little pressure now, sir. It's all right. It's perfectly natural.
That was you.
Yeah, I know, but it's still perfectly natural.
Well, if you're a fan of the show, it's still Scrubs, you know, and it's gonna have all of your favorite. It's gonna have all of your favorite characters in it, but we had to figure out a way to make it new also, and so there's a lot of really new elements to the show that fit the show too, which is great. You know, this show has a very, you know, the look of the show is part of the story, and we have a dynamite crew here in Vancouver right now who have created and cultivated a look that is, it's a little bit more mature, but still feels like the show did back in the day. And so, I mean, we're sitting on a set right now. Back in the day, we used to sit in the hospital and do this stuff. All hands are on deck here, and everybody's here to make something special, and we believe we're doing it.
The show is about a community of great friends who work together, and that really is true of us in real life. You know, we're very close. We were very close when we made Scrubs from 2000 to 2009, and we've stayed close the whole time. I'm godfather to Donald's kids, very close with Sarah. You know, we don't all live in the same places, and we're all working all over the world at different times, but we've all stayed incredibly close. So it's so much fun to be back together, actually working together and laughing together. We have the same sense of humor. We have 25 years of inside jokes, and I just think we're so grateful, and we see it in a different way now. You know, when we were kids, you're so wide-eyed and you kind of don't know what you don't know, but now as adults, we know to savor this experience, because I think we would all say that of all the jobs we've had over the years, and we've been all lucky to keep working, that there was just something so special about this group of people. And I think if you asked the whole cast, they would say this was the best experience of their careers. So I think we approach it now differently, with a newfound humility and respect for how special working with this group of people is.
Reuniting with Zach is like Thursday, but you know, to see Sarah, to see Judy, to see Johnny, to see, you know, Rob, to see Phil, you know, everybody who's come back to the show is amazing. You know, you never think that, you know, when you do something special and it ends, that's usually the end of it. You never think that you're gonna get another opportunity to do something that you love so much again. Once it's passed you by, you know, that's usually it. You know, all things come to an end, that's the saying. And we thought all things came to an end with Scrubs, you know, all those years ago. So to be back here again and to be doing this again is amazing. And it's, you know, it's surreal also. It's like, it's a dream, and you know, I don't want to sound cliche or anything like that, but don't wake me up.
Scrubs is set to premiere on ABC February 25th, so don't miss it, you guys. Well, coming up next, we hear from the newcomers joining the hit series. That is next after this quick break. Welcome back. We are celebrating the revival of Scrubs as the show is coming back to cable TV with some new cast members. We caught up with the stars joining the series to hear more about their role on the show and what we can expect to see from them. Take a look at this.
Thanks for giving me a chance. Well, I was being judgmental about you and that patient, but we all need to be better.
What do you mean?
It feels so familiar. It's so fun. It's such a time warp. It feels like you're stepping back in time. We started this 25 years ago. And so, you know, they've rebuilt the exact same sets. So it's like 8 years of our life, all of my 20s was in that ICU, that cafeteria, that admissions. And so it's a pretty unique experience to get to play a character for 8 years, but that, you know, to come back a couple decades later and do it again. It feels like such a time warp. It's making us feel very young. We're all like, are we 24 again?
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, lolly, lolly.
Lollipop. In terms of jumping back into the fast-paced dialogue, it just feels like home. I remember getting my audition for Elliot when I was 24, and in the character description on the sides, it said, Elliot Reed moves and talks at a faster pace than normal humans, and I was like, okay, this I can do. Because in my life and on every other part, they're always, saying, slow down, you're talking too fast. And so to get to jump back into that has been really fun.
What does it feel like to return to Scrubs and revisit Dr. Cox after all this time? It is like falling out of bed. It's like riding a bike. It's second nature. We did the pilot already. As I'm talking to you, we did it a couple of weeks ago. And I had the script for 2 or 3 weeks prior to coming up to here, to Vancouver. And having done the show for 9 years, almost 200 episodes, there was nothing, there was no reach involved. It couldn't have felt more natural. It felt like breathing, falling back into Dr. Cox's rhythms and being with Zachy and Donald and Jude and Sarah. That's my happy spot, so it was lovely.
Back when I started, I hadn't anything to compare it to. I'd done a few pilots and some episodics, but I hadn't been on a TV show. So the experience that I had on Scrubs, I just assumed was the experience on every television show. This goofy blast that we were all having in this space that was completely ours and felt completely safe and funny and like a big giant family. Now coming back and having all that time in between, I've learned to appreciate how unique that experience was. So that to be coming back to relive that or to pick up a little after, to pick up where we left off, has been special, and it's given me an opportunity to really look back and understand what a unique moment that was.
This time out, the interns it's different because when we did season 9, I don't think we were old enough. It didn't feel like we were old enough to be teaching kids how to be doctors. Now I feel like I'm age appropriate to teach the youth. And so with the young guys, with the crew that we've that we've brought in to be the new us's, I guess you would say, it's awesome. They're all really funny. They're all very talented, and they're all fresh and new, and that's really cool. And their lives are about to change, and I'm really excited to witness that.
There's a whole new, fresh ensemble of 4 or 5 young actors who are crushing it, and their introduction into this world will be organic and just in little teaspoons so that then they can flourish. But right up front, what fans can expect from this reboot is getting back together with this family and people that you want to spend time with.
Hi, my character is Dr. Sam Tosh. She's a doctor and an influencer. Sandwich them together. The girl does both. But when I was researching for this character, I realized there's actually a lot of nurses and doctors out there who post online, and that is how I got a lot of info about my character. So there's this one surgeon influencer that I was researching on TikTok, and she makes like the sassiest little dances pre-surgery, which I think is iconic. And so that's kind of my character, and my favorite part about my character is that she's not an outfit repeater, so I have different scrubs every episode.
Asher is a bit of a fish out of water at Sacred Heart. He's very comfortable in who he is, but definitely feels like an outsider in this world. I think in terms of the show, he offers a different perspective on the US medical system, coming from a place where healthcare is free and available to anyone who needs it at any time. He places a lot of importance on caring for patients, and I think possibly of all the interns, he places the most importance on building relationships with the people he looks after.
I play Amora. She is homeschooled, and I think she's trying to figure out how to interact socially in different environments. She's a very skilled surgeon, but she's kind of trying to learn to touch grass while working at the hospital.
There, Mark. The interns don't want to come in here. They think I'm weird.
You're not weird.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna strike the affirmation gong now.
Shauna Trainer is a badass surgeon. She's a surgical intern, and I feel like in this new chapter, she's really driven by excellence. Honestly, excellence and honesty in her field, in her relationships. She's really somebody that will go to bat for the people that she loves and for what she believes in, and she's not afraid to speak her mind. And what I feel so inspired by with her is that she's so unapologetic in her confidence, and I think that's something that her and Turk both share, and so it's nice to have those moments between the two. And I think with Deshauna, as with all of the interns, they kind of embody the new values of what it means to work in medicine and to work at Sacred Heart, and all of the changes that have happened since the show ended. So it feels like a really nice pickup and move forward with the new generation.
My character is Blake Lewis, and how I fit into this new chapter is I'm one of the interns. I'm a little older than the rest of them, and yeah, Blake is a very sort of alpha, maverick sort of personality, and he has been through a lot of trials in his life to get where he has been, and hasn't had the support to get to just where he's become, or how he's become a doctor. So it's been great playing him, and similar to your kid, just unapologetic with what he says, and it doesn't take a lot, you know, but it'll be exciting throughout the show to see kind of like the breadcrumbs of, you know, why he's this way.
I think for me, like, I've never really done anything comedy before, and the guys are all fantastic comedians in their own right. And so it's been a real new experience for me working, like, where you have a writer on set and it's like your lines are just changing, like they'll throw new jokes at you and you just run with it, and it's kind of best joke wins. And that's like a new way of working for me. The freedom to like play and to mess up and then find something funnier as well. I've enjoyed that, I think.
Yeah, I've enjoyed that as well. And I think it's a place where you feel safe doing it, because everyone, like, it's this very supportive set where you can do something crazy and they'll either be like, okay, pull it back, or they'll be like, lean more in that direction. And I think just working with people who are so good at what they do and have been doing it for so many years, I think that's pretty cool.
I'm so pleased with the group we assembled. They, not only are they so talented, both with comedy and drama, which Scrubs demands, but they remind me of us because they're all become so close. They all live in the same apartment building. They all hang out all day. They go on hikes together. They go to get coffee together. I take them all out to dinner. We have a cast dinner every Saturday night, and we all get together and bond and have some laughs. And it's just a really great group, and it's very fun. You know, it's kind of meta because the show, I'm mentoring them in my own way, because I was, you know, Donald, Sarah, and I were them. We were the mid 20-somethings experiencing this very big deal, being on a ABC primetime show, and I feel that it's fun to mentor them. You know, as a director, I can mentor them a bit and talk to them about modulating their performances and things I've learned over the years, and then also kind of guide them through this experience, which will be life-changing for them, because when this airs on February 25th, all their lives are going to change in ways that they probably can't expect just yet.
I am beyond thrilled for the cast as the show gets ready to return to air on February 25th. Now, for Hulu subscribers, you can watch the show the following next day after its ABC premiere, and you can even watch it on Disney Plus as well. Coming up next, we wrap things up with the cast sharing what they hope viewers love about the return of Scrubs. That's next. The creator of Scrubs, Bill Lawrence, believes the blend allows for nostalgia, seeing what JD, Turk, and Elliot are doing while exploring modern medicine, aiming to capture the show's original magic with a fresh, less cliche approach. Here is what the stars of the series shared with us when asked why audiences will love this new season of the show.
People can expect to laugh, maybe cry, definitely to feel. I think that was one of my favorite parts about the show was I love that it was a comedy, but it was so real and it was so relatable. And that really holds true now. And then balancing like the nostalgia and, you know, still having our characters who they were, but kind of like, how do you bring it into 2025? And so having Vanessa Bayer play Sibby, who's the HR rep, who has the, you know, running the wellness program, and Dr. Cox really having a hard time figuring out, like, how do I even teach these kids when I can't yell at them and overwork them? And so it's been a fun dynamic trying to figure out how to, you know, keep the real roots of the show, and then also bring it into now. Dr.
Cox's dynamic with the new interns is no different than the way he treated Zachy and Sarah when they were newbies here. It's a spoonful of dirt, and a teaspoon of sugar. And that teaching with not suffering jackasses and teaching with a jackhammer, that's the way the guy comports himself, because we're not fixing pipes here, we're saving lives. And so I think he takes that for real and won't suffer mediocrity because that equals people dying. And so he functions from there. And so there's no, Dr. Cox is not a creature of change.
People love Scrubs because they relate to it, no matter what they do. I remember when we were doing the show originally, we had one of Bill Lawrence's best friends, who was actually the real JD, who came as a consultant on the show, to be able to create a realistic environment. And all I heard from nurses and doctors was that it's the closest to real life in a hospital that any show has ever gotten. And it creates this environment of people really relating through the stumbles and trying to be good and trying to be helpful and trying to be friends and family, and to constantly fail and constantly laugh and constantly triumph. At the end, it's what real life is about to people, and I think it really means a lot to them.
Scrubs premieres with a 2-episode debut on Wednesday, February 25th at 8/7 Central on ABC, and available to stream on Hulu and Disney Plus the next day. Now, if you want to catch up on the previous 9 seasons, binge watch Scrubs on Hulu and Disney Plus right now, and we will be right back after this. Well, that does it for us now. Thank you all for watching our behind-the-scenes look at the making of Scrubs returning to cable TV once again. We appreciate you watching, and we hope you all enjoyed the new season. Until next time, bye for now.